One local school district is happy with its report card from the state. More on last night's Jasper School Board meeting. Plus, Carrie Schneider is back with our friends at the Dubois County Humane Society, and Huntingburg Mayor Denny Spinner talks about this week's upcoming Community Connect event on Inform. All of that and much more is up next here on the 18 WJTS News. Hello, I'm Bradford Raths. We begin this evening with Dubois County keeping its grip on the state's lowest unemployment rate with a significant decrease over the last month. Numbers released this morning by the Indiana Department of Workforce Development show the state's seasonally adjusted unemployment rate dropped 0.4% down to 6.9% for December. That's now at its lowest point since dipping to 6.8% back in October of 2008. The state agency says the rate of unemployment in Indiana remains below all of its neighboring states. The report says one of the major factors in Indiana's unemployment rate decline is the number of individuals that are returning to the labor force. The Hoosier labor force increased by nearly 6,000 in December and has grown by more than 21,000 over the past 3 months. Looking locally, Dubois County continues to have the state's lowest unemployment rate, as we mentioned, at 4.2% in December. That's a decrease of 1 full percentage point from November. Other local counties also had big declines in their unemployment rates. Daviess County sits in a three-way tie for second place at 4.5%, also a drop of a full percentage point from November. Martin County remains in the top 10 at an even 5%, a dip of 0.9. Pike County comes in at 5.7%, Spencer is at 5.8%, Perry 6.3%, Orange 7.1%, and Crawford County is at 7.9%. Vermilion County had the state's highest unemployment rate in December at 9.1%. In other headlines, one local school district is pleased with how it fared on a recent state report card for schools. Last night, Greater Jasper Schools Curriculum Director Kim Strobel provided the Greater Jasper Board a report on how the corporation fared concerning the recently released 2012-2013 school accountability grades. The Indiana Department of Education awarded the Jasper Corporation an overall A grade for last year. Now, as far as individual schools, Jasper High School, Jasper Middle School, and Ireland Elementary all received A grades, while 10th Street and 5th Street Elementaries received C grades, which were an improvement of 1 letter grade for each from the previous year. The grades are based on English, language arts, and math I-STEP scores, and the grade calculations are then based on the percentage of students who pass the exam, as well as student growth. Strobel says the results speak highly of the corporation's staff and students.
Every one of those schools is doing a lot of hard work. As you heard tonight, we heard 5th Street Elementary share what they're doing on a daily basis to improve those scores and to ensure student success. And we're seeing a lot of those common things among all the schools. They're all really looking at data, and they're dissecting that data and making instructional decisions based on that. That is one thing that is definitely helping us and achieve those better scores. There are a multitude of things that are going on, lots of professional development, collaboration that's taking place at the schools now.
Strobel credits the hard work and dedication of the corporation's teachers and staff. She says staff members take great pride in teaching the students, and the students themselves have lived up to their expectations. Also last night, Greater Jasper Superintendent Dr. Tracy Lori presented to the board the corporation's first ever annual report. Lori says last year, school officials decided to put together the report that highlights all of the functions of the school district each year. The report includes information regarding finances, curriculum, and various other instructional practices within the school district. The report also includes testing results for the year and provides an in-depth breakdown of each individual school's 2012-2013 report card. Lori says the idea is to give a report each year in order to show the progress being made in the district along with changes to curriculum. She says it also serves as a resource for folks who may be interested in finding out more about what the district is all about.
Really, it can serve as a tool to help us monitor the progress that we're making toward our goals. It can also serve as a great tool for anybody interested in pursuing, looking at moving to Jasper and looking at our schools. We feel like it's an opportunity for us to not only showcase the great things that are going on, but also to be able to share and monitor the progress we're making toward meeting our goals.
Lori says the report will be posted to the corporation's website and thus will be available for the public to view. The legal battle between the City of Jasper and Healthy Dubois County has now officially come to an end. Yesterday, the City of Jasper received an order of dismissal from Special Judge Sherry Gregg Gilmore. The order states that both the City and Healthy Dubois County have dismissed the litigation over the biomass project planned for the Jasper Power Plant. Additionally, both parties will be responsible for paying their own legal fees. According to Jasper Utilities General Manager Bud Hauersperger, the order was officially signed by Judge Gregg Gilmore back on Friday. Attorney Bill Kaiser of Bingham Greenbaum Dahl represented the City of Jasper in this case. He says the city will now look to move forward with the biomass project.
The city, now that the open door litigation has been dismissed, will sit down with Jasper Clean Energy, begin discussions about the lease, and basically it's reimplementation to discuss the time frames and timelines to move forward with the lease.
Kaiser says the city looks forward to getting the project done to benefit citizens of both the City of Jasper and Dubois County as a whole. Finally this evening, a project to permanently locate a county ambulance in Huntingburg is moving along. Last night, the Dubois County Council heard from Susan Henke concerning updates on a new Huntingburg station for county EMS. The station, which would utilize a former gas and utility building along Van Buren Street, would first need to be renovated by the city so that the ambulance could be the only thing in the building. The county would then be responsible for providing furniture and appliances for the new station under the terms of the arrangement between the city and the county. County Council President Greg Kendall says he is grateful for the city's help.
Well, yeah, that's kind of a super deal. $1 a year, and they're going to remodel the building for us. It's a great deal. We've been there for quite a while, and I remember when we had our solid waste office in that particular building. But if they're going to remodel it, it makes it all that much nicer. I appreciate it, and thank you, Huntingburg.
Henke told the council that the county would pay a lease of just $1 per year for the building. Also last night, the council heard from new Dubois Strong Board Chairman Dr. Alan Johnson. Johnson reported that private sector funding went up 20% last year over previous years. However, he also pointed to the need for the organization to become more proactive rather than reactive. He also talked about the importance of coming before the county council more often, something he told the council the group will now be doing twice a year, in January and again in July. Kendall says communication between the county and Dubois Strong is very much necessary.
It's very important. You know, they're getting some money from the county, and we appreciate being kept in the loop. And you know, they're starting to turn some things around and really doing a whole lot more work as far as and being a whole lot more energetic and getting things done. So I think by having semi-annual reports from them is really good on a gesture on their part, and it's good for us so that we can stay abreast of what's going on.
Additionally, Johnson outlined the organization's next 3-year plan for the council, something that he also did at last week's Jasper and Huntingburg City Council meetings. Johnson has spent 8 years on the board of Dubois Strong. He was the vice chairman of the board in 2013. In final notes, the council heard a presentation from Janet Schnell with the Dubois County Substance Abuse Council. Schnell highlighted the work of the organization and pointed to new data showing that Indiana is soon to be the #1 state for meth making, once new laws in Missouri that limit the amount of materials used to make meth that can be bought go into effect. She also mentioned that Vanderburgh County is the #1 county for meth making in Indiana, and she expressed her concerns of how that activity might make its way into Dubois County. The council also held its yearly reorganization, though nothing changed from last year. Kendall remains as council president, while Jerry Hoonfeld will continue to serve as vice president. All right, coming up after the break, Carrie is back with our friends at the Dubois County Humane Society, plus your local forecast, sports with Kurt Gooksell, and Inform featuring Huntingburg Mayor Denny Spenner. That's all up next here on the 18 WJTS News. Local people watching local people.